Hey, good evening, LinkedIn. Dave Wilson of the Ring of Hire Show. Hey, tonight's show, if you are a recruiter in high volume in logistics, this show is especially for you. I want to give you some really great tips for social media. And hey, it's free. It's a lot of experience that I have, and I want to share some with you. So I'll be right back after this. All right. No matter how many times, had a great show last night with Gabe. So, Gabe, I want to give you a quick shout out there. It was awesome. Hey, tonight, it's a great show if you're a recruiter, and I want to share something with you. And I always say with social media, 5 words, do you want to win? Simple. Do you want to win in high volume recruiting? Simple, right? And, we already got, hey, Jake. Hey, Jake, welcome. I forgot to say that. The funniest lean guy. He's ready to go. But a lot of people that know me, social media, it was my passion. Well, is my passion. It was. That sounds great, right? It's a passion that I developed, and it took years. It took a lot of years and a lot of experience on trying different ways of, especially recruiters today. I feel sorry for them. I really do. In high volume, when you're talking over 100, 2, 3, 4, 500. I mean, I love that stuff. I don't care. You tell me you want 1,000 people, boy, I'll tell you what, it's game on. You got that peak, boy. You're right in there. You want to show it, and you want to show results. So when people hear me talking about it all the time, they'll say, well, we've tried this. Well, company's done this. No, they haven't. They haven't done it because I see it. I follow it. I see what other companies are doing. I follow 10 companies at a time, and I see what their top ads are. I'm sorry. I see what they're doing and what's working and not working. Hey, Bill, all the way from Pittsburgh. Hey, tonight's just a laid back show, Bill. It's just about social media recruiting, and I'm going to give some people here some really good insights. This is going to be a great show for recruiters. But like I said, that it's always been a passion of mine to prove people wrong. And they sometimes they don't think you can do it. And then that's when I say yes. You say no, I say yes. And the biggest thing that people say is, well, we can't find staff right now. Okay. You can't, right? You're in logistics. Everybody knows, right, Bill? Everybody knows you can't find staff in logistics. You have companies go 500 people. You got some other new ones starting up for 300, 400, 500, right? So how are you going to do it? The secret, and I'm going to say this, is you really got to go back to your VPs, your regional directors, and your higher ups. If you're not utilizing social media properly, a lot of people say, well, entry level are the only ones on Facebook. No, for jobs, no. Middle management is on social media platforms. Human resources are on platforms. Supply chain, everybody's on social medias. I mean, everybody has their phones, right? Facebook or whatever you want to call it now, Meta or something, and all these different platforms, even TikTok, little dancing things, But think about it. When people tell me no, that you can't find somebody in middle management or human resources even, I'll prove you wrong. I will prove you wrong. you can find candidates. Now, the candidates that you're gonna want from somebody else. Listen, you are short staffed. There isn't, but you want to take them from another company, right? And that's what your goal is. That's what my goal was, to just get them out. Do what it takes to get the job done. It doesn't matter. Who cares? I don't care about anybody when I was doing it. My job was to fill those high volume positions. I know what it's like to come in on a Monday and want to cry. I know what it's like to come in a Tuesday and still want to cry. Pull your hair out. I lost most of it from all these peak seasons. But if you listen to some of these things that I'm saying, you can make a difference. And a lot of it, it comes down to, I know, excuses why. Everybody says excuses. The companies won't put out the money. And they're right. It's expensive. It's expensive when you hire an outside company to do it for you. That's where it's pricey. Face it, you're hiring a company to do your work, which you can do yourself. Make sense? Right, Bill? That would be nice to have. You're paying for a service. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some good services. They are. That's where I learned from. But if you're a, you need only 500 people, you don't need a huge company to do it. You need two people that are really good on social media. And you'll tell you what, those messages, those applications will come in. They will come in. Now, they're going to cost a little bit more right now. Yes, but they're going to come in. A lot of companies say, well, privacy concerns. Listen, nothing's private anymore. Nothing is private anymore. My favorite saying, send it to the cloud, right? So if a company's saying that for privacy, good luck with that, because send it to the cloud, because they know everything about us anyway. The negative comments, right? I get told so many, well, we don't want to do it because negativity, right? There's so many settings in the social media platforms that, listen, you can take comments out totally, right? You can take that out. You can take not sharing it out. Take it all out. People don't know that. You can type in every single curse word. I have 50 of them. Bill, I got 50 bad words that I'll type in that are banned, right? Then I'll also ban the other staffing companies. I'll put their name right in there. I don't want nobody on there on the social media page. Why do I want them looking at me? So I would ban every friggin' word I can think of, from whole, all those good words. Like, this sucks. People don't like to say that on social media. It's about your company. And you're seeing negative, because you're never going to get, you're going to get more negative than you are positive. That's just a fact. There's no way around it. But if you know social media, and these are the kind of things that you can take back to your boss tomorrow. If you watch this tomorrow, seriously, listen to some of the stuff that I have to say. And I'm only saying this because I really, really enjoy helping somebody. I'm at that point now to where, listen, I've been there, done it. All right. But I want to show someone else the value and how you can really make it successful at your branch or at a location. There's not much to it. It's just a lot of work in the beginning, so I ban everybody's bad words, everything you could think of, put it on there. I want all the companies away. Right now, it's just me. All right. Now, what I like about it is some of the companies, well, I'm sorry, let me back up. Some companies say, well, it's our image, right? Our image. And, it's social media, right? But think about this. I'm going to run you through some examples here. All right. So imagine you have control of your company. This is your company you want to represent. Now, I don't care what type of company it is. It could be IT. It could be any single thing. Bill, you do a lot of trade skills. You could do it for electricians, mechanics. Now, hear me out here. So imagine promoting on social media a company culture. Very well done. Professional. Have some people really, really take a look at it. Professional. They're looking at, you're going to create content that represents your company. Very important, right? Work-life balance. What a great way to do a live interview for 30 seconds with one of your employees there and tell us about your company. Put it on social media, on your page, right? Imagine that. Imagine going to a page and seeing, wow, a company, doesn't matter what type of job. Wow, look at this. All right, listen to what they're saying. Now you got employees saying things, right? Images. Imagine ads with perks, visually, right? Let's just say they're paying 100% of your benefits or 75%. Companies are paying for your daycare, right? Imagine an image of a daycare center saying that, come work for us and one of the perks. Do you get my point? Imagine. Now we got more here. So just imagine all this. You're creating your own company, what I'm telling you right here from social media. Because it doesn't have to be all about this. Hey, come on down. 50,000 people show up, no drug screen. You're out the door. There you go. So you know what I'm saying? Imagine. You don't want that, right? You want something professional. So now imagine promotions. Imagine taking a picture, an image of an employee getting promoted, shaking the hands. Underneath it, promotions, right? And it's real. It's not fake. You're not acting, right? It doesn't have to be the best looking image, but something just to represent your company. If you want a nice background, guess what? Stand in the background of a nice background. In the logistics center, stand near the set, right in the middle, facing backwards. You don't have to be up against a wall where it's dirty or something like that, but it's your image. So when a company tells you, we don't like to use social media because it's like, but imagine teamwork. Imagine taking an image, Bill, of a team working hard together. Okay. Now I know a lot of people will say, well, we can't post that if they don't want it. You're right. You're right. There's a form that you just fill out that gives permission that your employee signs it to give permission, right? I'm going to leave that right up there, Bill. That's exactly what this whole section I'm talking about here is. Imagine, and pictures are worth 1,000 words. We're old school, but that sounds great. It's true. So imagine now your teamwork's working. They've all signed everything, right? Because they're excited because they like to work for you, because you have a company culture that you've shown. You have an office environment that's really happy, right? Images, what you do. Next, imagine an example of awards that you're actually giving an achievement award. Maybe an employee stood out for something that you really wanted to, let's give them a shout out. And you're in your morning meetings, take an image picture of your morning meetings, right? Shows that supervisor, shows that shaking hand, looking at the person. Think about it. Imagine that. So everything I've said so far, imagine it. So now you're still on that Facebook page. Let's just say we're called Dave's, right? Or something like that, right? Now, imagine something for safety, because you're really safety, Bill, yourself. It's 1,000% safety. Can you imagine promoting safety on an image, right? People wearing safety gear, right? Come work for us. Look, we're safe. Picture of an image of a board that says we've been 560 days without an incident, right? Can you imagine that? They see the board that if you really have a strong safety, show it. Show the safety about your company. So back yourself up now. You got your image of your culture. You got your environment taken. You got your images of perks. You got your images of promotion. You got example of awards. Now into safety. Wow, forklift safety, right? Take an image. Look, if you come to work for us in logistics and you're wanting to learn forklift, think about it. The person trainer standing right next to an actual employee doing it. You can say, hey, just freeze frame, take a picture, post it. You don't have to put their names. Some people might like you. Some of the employees say, they sign up, use my name. They like it, right? But remember, nobody can comment, because you can take those comments out. Nobody can say, oh, this company sucks or anything like that. You've taken that word out. This company really is a whole, you know what I mean? Take that stuff out of there. And I'm just saying that as an example, but you won't be able to have that on your page. You should be able to, and negative people, I'm sorry, you can, besides not allowing comments, if you do, you can take them off. And sometimes it's great to answer them because you want to jump back. But we're going to go back to imagine. Imagine a great company. So now, imagine an image on your social media page of the hiring process. Think about it. The ease. Look, an employee's coming in, sitting at a table. Hey, can we take a shot of this? Right? See, they can relate to what you're saying, and Bill, what he's got. All the examples hit a person in the heart. So, and like he said, so now you got that hiring process, right? Clean your office up. If you're worried about what that image looks like behind you, clean it. Straighten up the images, straighten up the pictures on the wall. Do something. Wipe your desk down. Make it organized, right? Because it's your company. You want them to look at it. You don't want them to look at a desk that's all thrown all over the place, right? Imagine the image of that on your social media page. Now, remember, this is all free right now because you're just imagining and you're posting this on your new social media page, right? because it shows value of what you're showing. You're not just going to be the one down the street here saying, come on down, no drug screen, no background check. Hey, start tomorrow, So, and Bill, like he said, they can relate. Hey, Rob, Rob's back on tonight. He's been, hope everything's going, Rob. I know, I'm so sorry. And what happened with your dad, and, wished you well there. And, I wish that wouldn't happen, and say a couple prayers for you there, but hope everything's going well with you. But imagine the police filling out the application, sitting at the table with the, the kiosks, or, on their cell phone, they're scanning the QR codes. Imagine that, right? The ease of applying for us, right? Imagine luncheons, right? Luncheons that you're given a dinner, like a holiday coming up. Listen, some people have to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They don't get off on the logistics. Some of them can, some of them can't. It's got to, they have to work. Logistics, some of them just can't stop. So thinking about that, imagine that of your holiday, of putting on a great dinner for your employees, with them sitting around at a table, and you're not making this stuff. It's you, because you're imagining these on your new social media page. Your culture, everything about you. Now, you don't post this every day. Well, yeah, you do, but different things in between. But think about that. So now you got your office is all decorated for the holidays, right? Every holiday. Imagine taking an image and saying, hey, we celebrate holidays, and you have your employees involved with it, maybe volunteer work. Imagine showing candidates doing volunteer work. Think about it. An image, like Bill said, an image is worth 1,000 words. So you're not making this up. You're not just saying, hey, stand here, let's take a picture. These are your employees that are happy to work for you. So imagine all this stuff that I'm saying. Now, imagine we talked about the team meetings and your supervisor calling you out, right? And this can be not only in logistics, but anywhere. Imagine having fun at work, dress down day, right? Imagine that. A nice image of your employees just dressed down, doing, hey, it's fun. Friday fun, on Friday dress downs. You got to have fun. You got to show some sense of humor too. If you want to dance on a Friday, why not? Throw it in there for 15 seconds. That's what it's not all serious, but you got to throw something in there engaging too. Dinner for lunch for your employees doesn't cost much, but they mean a whole lot. Exactly. And that's what I mean. You can say it to your employees, hey, we're having, a luncheon and all that. But can you imagine letting everybody in the Lehigh Valley where we're at knowing what you're doing? People going on your page, wow, look what they're doing for their companies. Because those other candidates or other places are looking at social media during their lunch times and break times. And they're looking around seeing nothing, but yet on social media, if you target them right, imagine them seeing you. So imagine giving out gift cards. It could be just a simple gift card for Dunkin' Donuts, right? Yeah, your team made an achievement. A $5 gift card, listen, times it by even 200. Come on, for God, you're giving out $1,000 bonuses, for God's sake. I mean, it's not rocket scientist that it doesn't cost all that for a $5 gift card, just for an appreciation, something. But imagine seeing that, right? Imagine showing a live video, just talking to your employees because they're happy, right? Because this is your new social media page. All these things that I've said. Think about what it entails. Think about it. Now, if you were on that Facebook page and you were scrolling down, you're a company that's like, well, you know what? I don't like social media, but imagine now you've shown every single thing and you walk the talk. You are doing everything on your social media page, and it's done professionally because that's what you are. Now I want to be the biggest secret of all, the biggest, after everything I've just said, the biggest thing you can do, times it by 10 and put it on all the social media platforms. Think about it. Times it by 10. And you didn't cost you nothing. Didn't cost you nothing, right? You just went click. And it goes to over 10 channels, for YouTube, even Twitter. Listen, Twitter is great for, the different entry-level positions, even skill set, even IT naturally, and all your professional positions also. But people look at that. Have to run. Hey, good night. Thanks, Bill. But think about that. You've just magged it 10 times the amount on every platform about your company that we just talked about, on all those things about imagining what you could do. And you're showing it, you're proving it to them. You're not just saying it in an ad saying, well, we really believe in company culture. Well, what did you do? What did you show? Because when people get there to work, they're like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem like the place. But think about taking that times by 10, what people are going to see about your company. And that's just there for you. That's just free. That's not knowing how to actually, which I'm going to go over real quick, is how to do it. So that didn't cost you nothing besides a person taking the time. And everybody has cell phones. So if you're in a management team, you go out on the floor, your recruiters, right? Well, I'll take a picture and say, ask the employee, is it okay if we use that on a social media page? Sure. Sign this. They're allowing it. It's all legal. Everybody does it. So now you've got everything that you need. Everything right there for recruiting. Man, you can't make it up, boy. Everybody's happy. Now it comes to, what do you do to get that message out there? And I see a lot of people sharing it on job boards, and it is. You can share that 10, 15 job boards. Go ahead out in your Facebook right now and look and type in jobs, job group jobs, whatever you want to call it, right? They'll come up, and join them. It's free. You start putting that thing out all the way, just sharing it. And you will get some. Some people will say to me, well, our company stands out. Our company would want to be on those pages. Hey, I don't know why. Just went over everything that we imagined, right? Wouldn't you? Sometimes when you look at some of these jobs, the recruiters are burnt out. They are fried. They just put on there, hey, come on down. They don't even put images. And listen, I get it. I really do. I get it. But if you took that extra 5 minutes, if you're a recruiter listening, if you take that extra 5, because I approve a lot of the posts on some of the job boards. I'm an admin, so I get to know who's hiring. I mean, I approve the ads of all the companies. So all the staffing companies come to the pages. Well, I approve them or deny them if it's something that's not right or it's something, but you always approve because you want to prove it if it's worth, like, shows the value of the company. You need to put an image. If you don't have an image and people just put the spelling of 15H, start today, the grammar. Listen, I use Grammarly. You can talk to your management team and say, hey, can we get Grammarly in the office? It's $135 a year. Don't tell me that you can't use it. Everybody does. It makes me look like an ace. But if your recruiters don't have those tools, you want to get them to them. You want to get them that Grammarly. You want them to stand out because of your social media page. So now, now you want to create who you're looking for. This is great because we have imagined what we're hiring, right? What we're doing. Now we want to create that person, right? How do you do it? How do you create that perfect person and find them? And this is where, wow, I could sit there and just blow everybody's minds with some of the stuff. And people that know social media know behind what I'm talking about, what you can do to try to find and how you make adjustments. And once you hit that sweet spot, you'll start getting them in. It takes a little bit, but let's just say you're looking for logistics, right? Logistics people, forklift drivers, right? When you make your ad, do your regular ad, post that on there. Listen, if they're going to go, post it on there. Don't stop doing that. But your targeted ads, listen, I know the cost of social media ads has gone up tremendously. I remember where you could take $10, $15 and get a lot of people for that. Now, sometimes you might have to spend that in a day. Imagine that, right? I just said $15 to $20, right? A day. That's it, right? But you got to target on who you're going after. You got, like, your forklift drivers. You look on your interest. As simple as this is. This part's easy. You want to look for employees that drive forklift, right? I don't want my ad to go out to everybody else that's behind the scenes. These ads you don't see. The other ads you can put on your page, but these ads you don't see. These are going to targeted ads. And kind of the same thing as the Google and everybody listening. It's all the same. It's all the same basis. But, and I say but, if you get that right person, that recruiter trained in this type of position where you can really, really train them to learn the stuff that I'm talking about here, oh, man, you're talking priceless. Priceless. If you take someone, and I'm just respectively saying this because of my skill set, if you take that, and if I had $100 a day budget, right? Oh, I'll tell you what, you would see, and I say that with 1,000% confidence. At that amount, right? Or even these $1,000 bonuses, woo! I'll tell you what, man, $1,000 on the platforms doing it right and targeting and going after and getting that ad. See, a lot of it, people, listen, I could pull up my phone app and tell you exactly. Some of the clicks right now might cost you $3. You're like, holy, whoa, this is worse than Indeed. Career Builder, right? I don't like Career Builder. But anyway, think about that. So $3, when I see that, I'm like, oh boy, oh God, my stomach drops. But then I give it a little bit of time. In 72 hours, that's when I start getting nervous. I've always said, some of the recruiters that worked with me in the past, they know me. And I would be like standing at that board saying 72 hours, and I don't have them coming in, something's wrong. So either I have the settings wrong, right? Or I didn't hit the right people. So I go back and on the phone and, all right, let me try this. Let me add another 15,000 people that have these certain words in their social media page, like forklift, right? Get this. You can actually click on somebody looking for a job fair. Did you know that? Yeah, you don't just put on social media an event job fair. You boost it promoting the job fair for people that are looking for job fairs. Wow, that's a genius, right? Because once you got that person that's clicked on that one time, they're yours for life. They ain't going nowhere. So when you have another job fair, guess what? Guess who's going? And guess what happens to your click price? The cost will go down and down and down. The goal is to get it like under like 55 cents, 39 cents. Oh man, you're friggin' good. And that's where I come in, man. I spend the company's money like it's my own. All right. I do not. If one person says to me, "You're spending a lot of money," that'd be like, "Oh, dude, you gotta you try this," right? Because it takes a really good professional to really look at what I'm not getting results. Why am I not getting candidates in that door? I'm doing something wrong. I want those candidates that work all these places around me within a 20-mile radius. I want them. I want all the forklift drivers. So if I've done everything right on my social media page, imagine, right? Imagine all the stuff I talked about on my social media, that I'm professional, the company I want. You want to work for them because what you've seen is the truth and honest and videos and safety. Now, let's go after the forklift drivers, right? Let's go figure this. Forklift, supply chain management, right? Oh, that wasn't working. Let me add seeking employment, right? Woo! That jumps right up. Let me look at, guess what? Unemployment. Because when you're on social media and you're talking about unemployment, guess what? Just for me probably saying this, I'm going to get an ad pops up that says unemployment. Boom, you click that. All of a sudden you start getting applications. You're like, let it go. Let it go. Sit back, relax. You're starting to get it, right? They're coming in, right? And then it slows down. That's when you want to go back and add another. Say you're looking for shift work. Somebody that likes the graveyard shift, night shift. Swing shift, right? Guess what? There's a section in there that you click for entry level and shift work, seeking employment, unemployment, job fairs, forklift interest, supply chain, demographics, mobile, desktop. Do you think an IT tech? All right, so they're in front of their computers all day, right? Listen, am I experienced at an IT? No, but I can find them. It takes time. I can't say I'm going to find them overnight, but once you dial that in, listen, they're at their desktop. So you want to target desktop. You don't want to go to the mobile. So when you run an IT ad, maybe you want to run it on a mobile desk because that's where everybody's sitting. They're not on their phones. They're on their little Create, whatever they do, right? Because I don't understand it. But think about it. You're going after people that are just looking at the desktops, laptops. That's it. That's all your ad's going to go. Is anybody that's on that. So by adding all these little things to it, all these little things, If you want somebody in math, right? Specialize in math, put it in there, math, right? Every single thing. Think of the position of what you do. If you're a forklift driver, right? Or picker packers and you're picking and packing, right? What do you like to do, right? There's things on there. Facebook interest. Yes, Facebook interest on Facebook. Craigslist information. Craigslist people, right? You click on that, and if they've ever been on Craigslist, guess who's going to get your ad? They are. It all breaks down to it's unbelievable when you look behind the scenes of how you do it. So if you sit back and you say, if after listening to this video, if you say there's no way he's bullshitting, right? Oh, sorry, he's not telling the truth. Yes, I am. Because if you tip $1,000 and you gave that to a right recruiter that knows social media and how to do it, not just pay a company that you're just, you know what, paying $5,000. I've seen companies that pay $5,000 to $10,000 a month. When you could take, if you have 6 branches, let's just say 6, you're out through the states, all around different states, 6 of them. You make a social media page to that each branch, each page, each group, assign one recruiter. Teach them. Don't hire those companies. I might want to work for them one day, but don't pay that price. If you only have like 500 employees, that's nothing. You don't have to hire a company to do that. You're doing it all by training your employees, and they're going to get the rewards out of it because they're going to know what to post. Listen, you can set your budget at a daily budget. Look, I know people pay $100 to $200, $300, $400, $500 a day just to be on that front page of an Indeed and Career Builder and all that. Career Builder, all them. They got a lot of my money, but I'm not going to go there. I always say that just burns me there. But anyway, think of all that money you're spending on the job boards. Now, the job boards for entry-level positions, your logistics, and where are your candidates going on? Would you promote it on LinkedIn? Probably not. But if you have a professional ad for forklift drivers, right? Why not on LinkedIn? Professional, not something, hey, it's got to be done right. If you want to represent your company throughout all your social media, make it professional because you want to stay consistent on everything you do. So I have a software that some people know with Hootsuite. Listen, Hootsuite, I want to show you this real quick. So what I like about Hootsuite is, I'm telling you, this ain't no joke. You see this? That is no joke. That is all my social media platforms right there. Look at them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a great software. So when I do a post, like I've already made my Thanksgiving post, right? For all my people that I know and all my pages, and it's already set, and it's a real heartfelt message, and it goes out. I let Hootsuite tell me when to post it. I don't know when to post it. I just click on the button and they post it because it knows your audience. So think about that. 7, 8 platforms right there that you run. That's one. Now on that system there, it's awesome because as a social media expert, you could do 3 to 4 companies at a time. Man, I'll tell you what, boy, you'd be setting up those laptops. You'd be just going like this, and you control everything. You control who you're looking for. You control, you get 6 recruiters. You want to have a budget of $15, $25 a day, and you only have $500 to spend or something. It'll stop you right at that point. It won't go any further. If you put down $25 a day, guess what? You're only going to get $25 a day. And if you don't, it just continues over. So if you only spent $10, and I'm talking small numbers, if you're looking for at a branch, maybe 200 people, you're talking small numbers, but you have to dial it in. You can't just put it and say, nope, Dave's wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It doesn't work. Well, do it. Learn at facebookblueprint.com. Listen, I'm giving a shout out. I'm telling you to go. The recruiters, go to facebookblueprint.com or Meta, whatever it's called, but go on there and it's free. That'll give you the basics, what you need. Free. So if I was at a branch, right? As a branch manager or region, whatever, right? I'd be saying, hey, in the morning meetings, why don't you have one of the recruiters go to facebookblueprint.com and see what Dave's talking about? Free, right? I do a lot of other studying with it. I take courses and I buy a lot of books, and because I like the books of going in and just writing notes down versus just watching, because it is really entailed and they're changing so much. But have one of your recruiters take 2 hours. You do training when you do orientation, have them take that. If you have social media, let them do it. right? Because everything you're doing, you're designing that person, you're telling what you want. So long story short, I wanted just to put that out there and really hit it. I got a comment here. Let's see who it is. Oh, hey, James. There we go. Excellent. Thanks, James. I appreciate it. I just saw your message. But James, like I told people, and I'm going to do a closing here, which I want to go over the stuff that I talked about, is remember, if you have questions about social media, go to an expert, somebody who knows. Like, listen, I love consulting for social media. I've always liked telling people, teaching them. And I do a lot of, I will answer anybody's questions. If they post this afterwards, put on there, I will message you and I'll give you my advice. Because I've learned, you learn, listen, there's so many things that I can't even explain tonight. And from creating test, A, B test, all these different things where you're putting images on and colors. And so it knows which ad to put out there more versus the other one. So if you're not sure, like, oh, I wouldn't know what image to post 3 of them, put 3 of them on the same ad, right? And it runs and it'll promote that one post that's hitting, resonated. Maybe it's a color. Red, I got to give you here's the biggest tip ever. Red is the first color, right? It's the most important that your eyes go directly to. Makes sense, right? Stop signs, everything red, you stop. So if you're putting your job location, put it in red. Looking money, put it in green. Everybody knows that. Green and red are your top colors to use. I'll put green my second, but red, use as much red in an image that you can, professional, but, paint shop it a little bit. But really reach out to somebody and learn, because as a recruiter, you shouldn't have to struggle. If you don't have options and you don't have the tools, let me tell you, high volume recruiting will take you down and it'll just take you away. I love it. I love high volume staffing. I miss that stuff. Those things to me were getting up at 5 a.m, doing live videos and people just getting to know you, tripping while you're talking and spilling coffee on you while you're talking and the cold breath coming out of your air because they know you're up at 4:30 in the morning and they're watching it when they got up in the morning. They're like, look at that crazy guy. But those are the kind of things that make you successful. Those are the kind of things that will make the people trust you. Listen, I don't know everything about social media, but I know it works. I know it works here on LinkedIn, but you got to give people, the recruiters, the time to learn it and give them the reason behind. Show them that, listen, 25 to 50 people, and you're talking $1,000 on social media for a week. I wouldn't just be saying, I'm not saying it just to be cocky, but it's doable. So really talk to your management. Say, listen, is there some kind of tools that we can use to do it the right way? Don't do it the wrong way. Don't make your company. Listen, if you're a staffing company, right, and you're on all these job boards, first of all, take some pride in what you're posting. Don't just post it real quick. It doesn't make sense. Use the Grammarly. Have somebody proofread it for you. If you don't know how to write very well, listen, I don't. Grammarly. Telling you, $137 a year. I'm an expert, but you learn from it. When I go to the Grammarly, now I learn. As the time goes on, I learn and learn and learn, and it works. So it's not only telling you what to do, but you're actually learning. So think about that. You're giving your recruiter the tools to do that. But make the ads. Take that time. You're representing that company. Why not make it good? Why not take the time? Because people see that ad. They're going to see all these that we talked about in the beginning, the really, really professional ads. You're going to be like, wow, that company's pretty, I might want to work for them, right? Because when people tell me no, I always say yes. Yes, you're short-staffed, right? Well, we can't find staff. Yes, you can. Well, we don't have anybody walking in the door. You can fix that. Yes, you can, with the right tools. You provide the right tools, you get the results. If you do the same thing over and over and over, and it's not working, what do? If it was your business on social media, if it was your business, what would you do if you kept losing money? You're spending all this money every day and you're not showing results. Let me tell you, when it's your money, trust me, I know. When it's your money, you know what you need to do. You need to change the process. So social media platforms, listen, all of them, Do I know this TikTok thing? No, all I know is about that dancing thing that they do and all that stuff. But I believe TikTok can be used in still a professional manner, or like a little bit of fun times on a Friday, something to show that, but share it with other platforms. So this way, when they're going on TikTok, say somebody's not on TikTok, but they're on Instagram, something like that. So there's a lot of new ones coming out that you really listen. I don't have the time. I've only specialized in the social media with the Facebook. That's what I specialize. LinkedIn, I'm learning. I'll tell you what, LinkedIn is really, I'm learning every day, trying to figure it out and really how to do the lives here to reach as many people as I can, to show them. I don't really look at the amount of views as some people do. Some people say, wow, you do the show for 40 minutes. Nobody's going to watch that. You're right. Maybe not. But somebody might watch this for 5 minutes. And if I've shared my value with you, and if I helped you go into work tomorrow and say, listen, watch this, listen to what he's saying, because he knows. And I'm saying that is because the experience that you gain from high volume and all the mistakes, whew, you don't want to make them. And when you change and you make a new team, you want to make them successful. You want them to be like you. You want them to just feel the joy. Like I've been there. The acceleration, right? It's been there in me. I would be just like, but to teach someone, to get them to get that high feeling of, wow, last week, what the hell just happened here, man? We got people coming in, just walking in all day long. Sounds good, don't it? But I hope you enjoy some of this. And I'm going to start doing some more other social media training courses on here just to show people what to do. And I'm going to start making that coming up in the new years. I really want to hit that and show people there's other options. So I want to thank everybody coming on the show. Rob, I'll talk to you this week. Bill, thanks again. You know, James, thanks for coming on. And Jake, I got to get you on the show yet. So on that note, everybody, have a great night and a happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to take the weekend off, I think, but I will be back and see you soon.